Yes, thank you very much for joining this live session. Our RMED was up about 57%. Okay, you can see now it is really dramatic here. Look at that. It was just up 50%, 40%. Now it's 50. It is so crazy right now. Highly volatile. I mean, losing and gaining 10% or thereabout in less than a second. Something crazy is going on here. Something crazy. It's definitely like I've been saying for some days now. It has to be a short squeeze. I mean, there isn't any news. There isn't any news concerning RMED. Let's try and see what's going on. RMED is health care and equipment suppliers. That's what it makes. We haven't seen any news. So volatile. The stock is trading below its 10-day moving average, 10-day and the 20-day moving average. I think that 20-day moving average is providing some resistance. So let's have a look and see what's going on all the models. Let's look at the 15-minute model, see what's going on there. Yes, it's also very much the same. So if you just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. We're looking at RMED. It's currently up 51% roughly. So let's have a look and see what's going on elsewhere. Let's have a look and see AMC. AMC is only up 1.63% currently. So let's have a look and see what's going on elsewhere. Yeah, we have 4 persons there. If you're there, give us a like. I mean, whatever it is you can do, super chat, whatever it is, just let us know you're there. Let's get going. We are looking at some of the stocks we believe that may be experiencing some squeeze at the moment. So we're looking at AMC at the moment. It's only up not so much, 1.59. As at Friday the 4th, there was a theory that it's evolving now. The squeeze is moving on now. The train is moving on to other stocks, so we never know, so but in any case though, it's also good that AMC is extending just slightly up at the moment, not retracing, given that it has run up all those amount of gains, and also given that the fact that short sellers are really keen on getting back their own pound of flesh. They've lost money, they want to get it back. So right now it's good where it hasn't declined. So at some point it was up about, I believe it was in the post market, before this pre market started, it was up about 9%, I believe so. So let's look at Blackberry and see what's going on there. But obviously these are not the big movers right now. One of the biggest movers is RMED. Okay, so currently we now have a 4.14% extension for Workhouse. So let's look at Bngo, Bio-Nanogenomics. It's up 10%, 10.19% for this entire pre-market session. It has been moving sideways, but it's currently now extending, but not very much is going on there. So Bio-Nanogenomics up 10.19% currently. Let's look at Clover. Clover Health up 4.22%, but trading below all of its short and intermediate moving averages, and below the volume weighted average price as well, but above the 200-day moving average. All of these are on the 1 minute model, which is the closest you can get to what's going on live. So if you're there, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for joining this live session. Share, super chat, whatever it is you can do. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let us have a look at any stock you want us to have a look. There might be other stocks on the move at the moment, other stocks that might be experiencing some squeeze. You can always let us know. Let's have a look at them and cover them. SOS is not doing so well, down 0.28%. Mvis is up 9.14% currently. Yes, trading above all of its short and intermediate moving averages, and also above the 200-day moving average. All of these are based on the 1 minute model. So let's have a look at AHT, Ashford Hospitality, up 6.04% currently. We have 5 persons there. Thank you all for joining us in this live session. Give us a thumbs up, like, share, drop a comment, super chat, whatever it is you can do. Let's go on. HTBX is Heat Biologics. It's up 3.88%. Yes, a nicely looking extension there. You can see what the graphics is displaying. So let's return to RMED, up 51.84%. At some point it was 57%. At some point it was flickering between 52% and 40%. Flickering between these two figures in just less than a second. Just flickering back and forth. But that was some volatility we were looking at then. So it has sustained this 51-ish extension right now. You can see that it started again. Just a very spontaneous retracement, and that was which went back again. So RMED up 51.61. We have not seen any news, and the thesis has to be that market participants believe short sellers are here. They want to flush them out. So that has to be. I've not seen anything that is behind this move. The move we're looking at right now, and what happened on the 4th of May of June, which is last Friday. So the stock has knocked up a huge amount of extension. Let's try and have a look and see what the daily model will say, and we'll probably get an idea of how things have moved so far since this. Okay, let's look at the hourly model. Maybe it might tell us something. 60-minute model might tell us something. Okay, so since the June 3rd, it opened at $3, roughly $4. You can see that. So since that time, it has run up to $7.37. So that is getting gradually approaching 100% in roughly 2 sessions. So that is what's going on there. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, Leroy. Yes. Oh yes, hopefully we'll get there. Yeah, I don't think people are selling. I don't think people are selling AMC. I don't think so, because if they are selling it, we will not. I mean, based on what we're looking at right now, Leroy. I mean, people are holding on, and we just hope that those who probably took some money off, they took enough. We just hope they took enough money that they will come back, So because the short sellers are, even though they may not always register, they are still there selling it. I mean, trust me, they are selling more than they ever did. They are selling more than they ever did, because it has extended. That they will be selling more right now. Okay, so RMED now has lost some of the extension, only up 48% currently. So let's return to the 1 minute model. See, so up 48.16. Let's see what's AMC saying. Yeah, AMC, okay, it's extending again, up 3.4, 3.38 now, doubled its extension, the extension we saw earlier on, trading above all of its. I mean, the signals are very much bullish now. We can see that the moving averages are all looking up. The 200 days yet to look up. The volume weighted average price is also looking up. The momentum is strong, even though it's just cooling off a bit, so it's up 3.42%. At some point it was only up 0.92% in this pre-market. So as a matter of fact, at some point it was up about 9% in the aftermarket. That the aftermarket of the last session. So currently we're looking at 3.19% extension. Obviously the news has to be that the short sellers have to be pushed out. So I've not checked to see if there's any news concerning AMC. There may well be. So let's see if there's any news concerning AMC right now. Okay, it says here some of Wall Street try option trade to bet against AMC without getting burned. Okay, let's see. There's some news here. It says some Wall Street traders are betting against another massive rally in AMC and other mini stocks this week through a type of wager in the options market that will limit their losses should retail investors begin their run-up prove them wrong. Should it not prove them wrong? Okay, a Reuters analysis of options data and interviews with market participants, including Wall Street banker and a fund manager with $30 billion in assets, show that some institutional investors have ramped up complex option trades that led them bet the shares will fall. The so-called bear put spread. Okay, we'll find out what bear put spread. Okay, a common bearish option strategy also limits profits. It's increased use now, which has not been previously reported, shows how Wall Street is looking for ways to profit off the unprecedented rise of retail trading, but trading carefully after some high-profile funds got buffeted earlier this year. It is still dominated by these small retail traders for sure, but we are seeing sporadic big institutions tempted in just by the pricing, said Henry Schwartz, head of product intelligence at CBOE Global Markets Inc., referring to options trading in AMC. AMC has been at the center of a second wave of buying by retail investors who have been hyping the stock in rumors such as Reddit's Wall Street bets, giving new life to meme stocks phenomenon that sent shares of video game retailer GameStop up 1,600% in January. AMC stock rose just about or rather above 83% this past week. The stock has surged 2,160% this year, leaving traders with outright bets against it, nursing paper losses of nearly $4 billion according to the latest data from S3 Partners. When the stock moves as much as AMC did last week, at times more than doubling in price in the course of a single trading session, it drives up the price of options. Typically, moves of that magnitude don't persist for extended periods of time, and some professional traders are betting that will be the case this time, meaning the stock will fall, market participants said. The problem is they don't know when that might happen, whether they have the resources to stand their ground in an extended face-off with retail traders who power lies in their numbers. That's where a bear put spread comes in. And that's in that trading strategy, the investor buys one set of put contracts, which gives them the right to sell the underlying shares at a certain strike price by a certain time, and sells another with a lower strike price valid for the same time frame. The sale of the buy and sell. The sale of the put options offsets most of the upfront cost of buying the first set of the contracts. If the shares don't fall or fall less than it's anticipated, the traders' losses from the puts purchase will be covered to a large extent by the proceeds of the sold put. The banker, a senior executive at a major Wall Street firm, said the majority of his institutional clients were staying away from meme stocks, but some had started using bearish put spreads to bet against them. The fund manager, who is based in New York, said he was using put spreads to both minimize his risk and reduce costs as he bet on AMC and other meme stocks. He bet on? He didn't say whether he bet against or not. Both requested anonymity because they were not authorized to speak to the press. Options trading data shows increased complex trades that involve strategies such as put spreads. We'll look at what we all know what put spreads mean, but we'll have a look again and see. This what is it called? Option trading data shows increased complex trades that involve strategies such as put spreads. Such trades typically favored by professional traders made up 22% of daily AMC trades on average this week, up from 13% from last month of May, according to options analytics from TLRY. Overall, options trading in stocks remain overwhelmingly driven by retail traders. The data shows only about 10% of the 10 to 15% of overall daily AMC options volume this week was traded in blocks of over 100 contracts, a size typically associated with professional players. It's hard for institutions to stay away when volatility gets high, CBOE Short said. They try to avoid it, but does draw them in. So that's what's going on. So they are trying out the bull spread. We'll have a look and see what bull spreads are typically like. So that's the news concerning AMC at the moment. You can see it has lost some gains. Is now only up 2.11%. At some point it was up about 3.3% and some fraction. So in a minute we will go back and see what it is they are actually trading. So let's look at RMED. RMED is up 45%. At some point it was up 57%. Thank you very much. If you just joined us, give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you can super chat, that would be really good. Let's get going, man. RMED is up 44.06%. At some point it was up 57%. And the news out there is that the AMC, the hedge funds and the big banks, the way they are now dealing with AMC is that they are using bull spreads to trade it right now. I think they are somewhat conceding I mean, it's too risky, too hot for them, because the army who are involved in pushing out short sellers as it concerns AMC is monumental. We're talking about up to 3 million people. 3 million people. If you think they don't have money, you are really joking. You are joking if you think they don't have money. If all of these guys, all of these 3 million people will bring in at least let's say $200, we're talking about $600 million. It can move things, and obviously they are not just coming with $200, they are coming with probably more than that. So you can't bet against them. So the safest thing to do is to go ahead and yeah, what I say, is it the safest? We'll have a look and see, in a minute now. Let's go back there and look at some of these options. So we will just go ahead and select options. No, that's not options. Yeah, up here, type option chart. So this is the options that will expire 11th, this Friday the 11th. So what is it they say they are doing? So they are trading put spreads. So in a typical case, okay, AMC, this is $50, it's not in the money yet. So let's say a $37 $37 put. Okay, I think this is not the best place to look at it. We'll go to the Charles Schwab's website. By the way, Charles Schwab is a very good trading platform. Have a look and see what you can make out of it. Let's look at let's go up here. Yes, it is indeed what you can equally do, but it is also very expensive and highly risky. But yes, it's to some extent it's somewhat safe, to some extent. So all of these options have all run up a huge amount of gain because of the 83% extension. AMC just ran up just this past week. So coming down here, we will see the sort of things they will be doing. I believe they will definitely sell. It's a bearish bet, I believe, but if they're doing that, they are just, I think they are just simply trying to benefit from the whole melee, so that means they will easily sell. They will select this, they will sell one of these, for instance, and maybe sell another one. So that will be something like this. So okay, so we select that. To be sell to open, and then I think I need to add another one again. Okay, I think I'm not using the right table. I think I should be able to select and select, but it's not. Okay, I know what to do. I'm going to go to the profile page and go to options. I think that's where I might get a bit better selection. I can select as many strikes as possible. So if you just joined us, the news out there is that the hedge funds are concentrating on options. That's what we're trying to look at, what they are doing, the sort of things they will be doing. So if you just join us, thank you very much for doing so. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like, super chat, whatever it is, share it, let them know, leave us a comment. Let's talk about any other stock you want us to have a look. Give us your opinion on AMC, on RMED, whatever it is. Let's have a look. So let's go ahead and select all of them. So we currently have an approval level of 2. At some point, some years ago, it was up to 4, but because of far less involvement, less activity, they reduced it to 2. They slashed it to 2. So obviously Charles Schwab acquired Options Express, at that stage, on that platform, we actually had a level 4 trading approval. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, yes, you can see that. You can see the select. So we'll go ahead and select. We'll come down here. So we're trying to emulate. We're trying to model the sort of things some of these hedge funds are doing right now. So let's see now if we sell. Okay, let's sell a 55 put selected, and let's select a 52, and we've selected them. I think they will be up here. Yes, see them up here. So they will, one will be a sell to the obviously the higher one, the more valuable one will be sell to open and buy to open. These are the things they will be doing. It will be a put spread. So let's see. So I mean, the minimum they said is about 100 contracts. So you can see that estimated amount. So they will sell to open this. A credit of, you can see that they will be credited with 19,500. Obviously they will have to have probably much more money than 19,500. This is what they're going to have, and then they'll be able to go ahead and trade that. So what it simply means is that okay, I think they're expecting also that the shares will fall, so if it continues to fall, given the 83% extension it has had, all of these stocks will be gradually coming out of the money, and then if it comes out of the money, then they are able to keep this 19,500. So well, I mean, this is how we are roughly doing it. So they will, the sort of numbers they will select is not exactly, it might be something totally different. So, but in a nutshell, this is what they are betting against. They are betting that the stock AMC will retrace. It has run up a huge amount of gain, 83% last week. So that's the sort of bets they are placing right now. So yes. Mark, the CPI data could be a catalyst for U.S. Federal Reserve to reverse its easy monetary policy. The Fed's monetary policy meeting is settled June 15th to 16th. Is the CPI thing good or bad? Well, CPI. Well, is it a good or bad thing? Well, I think it's good. It's I mean, basically, it's the sort of data that quite reliable on what market participants can rely on. But of late, all of those things have been priced in. A lot of things have come out of late, including the CPI and everything. But market participants have not really. It hasn't moved them that much. You can see what's going on here. The S&P futures is up to 44,231 and extending. So the I think the whatever it is, if the CPI is good or bad, I think market participants are currently shrugging all of those things off. So, but well, I think it's it's good. Well, I think it's consumer price index. Yeah, obviously it's good, and gives us a fair indication of what inflation is talking about. So it's very good right now. It's quite relevant, so it's not that bad as such, yeah. So moving on, we can return and see what's going on with thank you very much, Mark, for that question. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with AMC. It's up 2.17%, 2.11%. Let's look at RMED. It's okay. Lost some of those gains it had at some point. It was up by 57%, but still a lot in this pre-market session. So the market is opening in about 56 minutes right now. So let's have a look and see what's going on with other stocks. Blackberry is up 2.74%. Can see it's clearly separated from all of its moving averages. Workhouse up 5.13%, currently trading in between its 10-day and 20-day moving averages. Bionanogenomics up 14.14%. That's also another stock. Let's see what's behind it, whether it is also a short squeeze that is driving it. I think we'll just keep this and leave this the way it is. We will use it to further illustrate in the subsequent minutes. Bngo, Bionanogenomics. If you just joined us, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, it's yes, we know it is extending. Let's have a look and see whether we can find any news concerning Bngo, or whether it's just a case of short squeezing. Okay, there isn't any news. You can see that there isn't any news concerning Bngo. So just like RMED, it could also be a case of short selling. Yes, it could also be the case, up 14.26% right now. So let's look at Clover Health. I believe that's what. Yes, Clover Health up 4.78, trading in between its short and intermediate trend lines. They are all mixed up there, but just slightly above the volume weighted average price. Momentum is not so, just below 50 right now. Clover up 4.87%. Mvis is the next one. Microvision up 6.96%, trading below all of its moving averages, but we can't see the 200-day moving average here. Momentum is also okay, below 20, indicating it's oversold. All of these are based on the 1-minute model. So let's look at AHT. Ashford Hospitality up 7.44%, strongly bullish and extending. Its short and intermediate moving averages are also upward sloping. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator based on this 1-minute model is also upward sloping and currently oversold, indicating the stock is currently oversold. Might be above the signal line and extending. Hits Biologics up 2.17%. It's been moving sideways for the best part of this entire session. Momentum is indicating that the stock is currently oversold, completely sold out. So let's return to AMC. It's up 2.36%. We're not seeing a lot in retracements as such. As a matter of fact, we have seen slightly more extensions. To some extent, it's validating what is out there, that the institutional investors are cooling off a bit from shorting the stock, but that whole picture will change when the market opens. It could be something else. A lot of orders will come through when the market opens, and a lot more market participants will also get involved. So, but right now we're not seeing a lot of. We're seeing more. What has stuck out now is that the stock has sustained some of its extension. We're not seeing retracements. We have not seen any retracements. Any negative retracement at the moment. And what is out there is that the institutional investors are currently trading the AMC's options. They are betting that the stock is going to retrace, but they're not shorting the stock. They are about 22% of all those who are involved in the, according to data out there, all those who are involved in AMC at the moment are currently now facing the options. The institutional investors are using put spreads to bet against the stock. So what it is this. They are betting the stock will retrace, and if it retraces, something like this, you can see that. They, assuming we were doing the same thing, we'll probably sell a 55 strike and buy a 52 strike. All of these are puts, and we'll have a $19,500 in credit. This is what we'll be giving. Obviously, this is for 100 contracts. So if it's if you reduce it to 10, it will be 1,150. So these are the sort of things. This is a bearish bet. It's a bet that the stock will retrace. It has run up an extension of about 83% during last week. So naturally, you would expect that, that's what may happen. But never say never. Who knows? We don't know whether that's what's going to happen. Most stocks that extend by that amount always tend to pull back and cool off a bit. It has indeed, cooled off a bit. I think on Thursday it did cool off or something like that. So if not even Friday. So, but these are the sort of things there that the data is revealing that hedge funds are currently doing at the moment. They are not facing the bull by its horns. The bull that is the 3 million army who are very much bullish on AMC. So those hedge funds are currently trading put spreads to get their money back. So this is what's going on now. This is So AMC currently up 2.17%, sustained at that sort of level for some time now. Yeah, okay. Paul, yes, Paul, how are you doing today? Yeah, I mean, if AMC loses today, okay, well, yes, at least it's at least, I mean, it's the anxiety will be cut back a bit, I think, because I mean, if it cools off a bit, then it just it further indicates then that there will be further rally ahead, but if it keeps on extending and extending, it can be, I mean, you begin to wonder when is it going to cool down, and all that stuff. Naturally, that's what you expect. But if it cools off today, if it retraces today, this is how I'm feeling. But indeed, this is not how others may want it. They may want the stock continue to extend and not abate anymore and all that stuff. So you must have heard that the hedge funds are playing the put spreads to bet against the stock. I mean, naturally you'd expect that it will retrace and all that stuff. So yes, okay, yeah, oh well, yes, by all means, it could. That's I mean, it's evident. I mean, the evidence is there. They have lost on this. It's the whole scenario now is totally different. They've not known it like this before. They've not known it like this before. And how many are they? I mean, they even if with all the heavy billions they have, I mean, they can't. They've not been able to match the 3 million army that is on AMC. Yes, indeed, it will run wild. There's every chance it will. Yes, there's every chance it will. Yes, So yeah, you must have seen the sort of things they are doing. According to the data out there, they are trying out what is it called, credit spreads on puts. Yeah, sell to open, buy to open, and then it's definitely a bet against yeah. Yeah, good luck, man. Yes, good luck. So which strikes are you looking at on AMC? Which strikes are you looking at, Paul, on AMC? Okay, let's see let's see what RMED is doing. Okay, it's up again by a small fraction. It was at 48% the last time we saw it, so it's sustaining that extension at the moment. So let's look at Bngo. That's also another stock that has no news, and the only thing we can say is that people are just probably trying to push out short sellers, but we'll see whether there's any sort of I mean, I'm sure without even thinking about it, there will be some amount of short selling, short volume on Bngo. Okay, yeah. So okay, you sell. You have it one. You have a sell. You have a position in. You have a 145 strike on AMC. Okay, yeah. Okay, and you close that out and get in again. Okay, so let's look at BMGO. Okay, Not so much, 29%. They're all in their 20s. Not even at that, 29.97% is still something. Yeah. So let's look at the 145 on AMC. So is it the ones that are expiring today? I mean this week. Okay. Yeah, let's look at it from here. 145. So that's another good one. Bionanogenomics trades options as well, so they have their options on it. So let's have a look at AMC and see. 45. Okay, this is probably the last. Wow. I'm sure you must have gotten in when it was somewhere around $3.588. So in any case, yes, and actually lost some value, you know. Yes, but yeah. Okay, one for the 18th. Oh, okay, that is okay. That will be that's this. Okay, that's the one we're looking at as well. Yes, the 18th. Yes, that's the one we're looking at right now. I'm getting 145, 1 month out. All right, so yeah, that's a good strategy. Yes, and it's evidently paying out. Yeah, so you sell that one, and then you move on to the next one. Will be the 1 month out. That will be July, 16th of July. I think that's a good strategy. Yes, because 1 week, 2 weeks out, that's quite a little bit too close. Anything can happen within that time. Yes, so you move on to the 145 for 16th of July, and we're currently at 9.17. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so make good luck in that. Yeah, so let's see what's going on with Bngo. It also has options, so let's have a look at the sort of things that can be done here. So it's currently trading at 7.84. So if we have to let's see, so the further down we go, okay, there isn't much there. $14 will be, let's update it. You can see it's currently trading at 0.0. so to buy this, it's going to cost you only $4 to buy this. The $14 calls, but right now if the market opens, it will be higher than what it is right now. So but yeah, buy it for $4, and hope that this squeeze will continue. So but it's expiring in 12 days. Let's see. Indeed, they are. Indeed, yes. So yes, but I mean, I guess you're closing them soon. The 9 and 13 strikes, because as the days go by, especially if it begins to move sideways from Wednesday, I know it will begin to lose some value. But anyway, of course, you know what you're doing for sure. Volatility is always good for stocks, for options. Let's not in 11. Okay, let's return to the 1 minute model for Bngo, up 14.26% currently. I think we were looking at Workhouse earlier. Yeah. Oh, you exercise. Okay, well, since you're already deep in the morning, the money where you already have the money to exercise and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you're strongly bullish on AMC. Yes, you are. Yeah. I mean, if you're really if you're going to exercise, there, you're not going away at all. That's what you're simply indicating. Yes. Workhouse up 6.82% and extending currently. Signals are very much bullish. So let's look at Mvis. Microvision up 7.95%. Yeah, if you just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. Subscribe, like, share, give us a thumbs up, super chat, whatever it is you can do, leave a comment. Okay, so Ashford Hospitality up 7.24%. HTBX Heat Biologics up 2.8%. RMED is up 46.93%. At some point it was up 57%, so it has lost about 11% so far. Let's see if RMED has options. Okay, there are no options for RMED. So it's gradually extending slightly up from the 46% extension it had, currently now at 48.36%. Okay, we've not had a look at GME, GameStop. GameStop up 2.07% at the moment. Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Thank you for contributing significantly. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Yes, if I'm around tomorrow, yes, I would. Yes. I'll try my best to do a live coverage as well tomorrow the much I can. Yes, thank you very much, Paul. Yes, very much appreciated. Yes, you're a super fan. Thank you very much. You're a super supporter of this platform. Thank you very much. So yeah, have a nice day, and good luck in your business. Keep your eye on on your options on AMC. Don't let the ball drop. Have a nice day. So AMC up 2.07% currently. Blackberry up 3.46%. Coast Cop up 0.19%. Next one is what? EXPR. Express Inc. up 1.21%. Nokia down 0.18%. Build a Bear down 1.25%. Bed Bath and Beyond up 0.76%. AMC extending up 3.69%. Yeah, if you just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. We are covering some of the stocks on squeeze, and obviously the most prominent of all of them is AMC. And the news out there, or rather the analysis or the conclusions from the data out there, is that the hedge funds are now gradually moving towards AMC's put contracts, and they are trading them, betting that the stock will retrace after having run up a gain of 83% in the last week that passed, the last week. So they are betting that the stock is going to retrace, but you and I, we don't exactly know. Majority of the 3 million army involved with AMC are confident that the stock will continue to extend, and the hedge funds are betting that it will retrace. So they are using put spreads like this. You can see what's going on here. These are the sort of things they're doing. And they will get a credit of, you can see that credits 1.95. The sell to open a higher strike. So they're selling to open, and assuming they're selling a 55 strike, and they are buying a 52 strike. So if this transaction goes through, having met all the requirements they need to have, they will have a credit of 19,500. So if the stock falls below where it is now, if it begins to retrace further, then the stock will come out of, they will come out of the money, and then they will be able to keep this $19,500. So yeah, or rather, if it continues to retrace, then the stock will continue to come into the money, or these contracts will be coming into the money. But I think all it means that is that they will now be forced to exercise their positions, and if they exercise it, then they will. I think they will still have some money. Yes, So this is what they are currently doing at the moment. It's up 4.4% at the moment and extending. 4.45% extending. Momentum is strong. We got 5 likes there. If you're there, hit us with your like. If you haven't done so, let's get going. So AMC is holding out and extending. RMED is up 44%, gradually losing some of those gains. Let's see what's going on elsewhere. So the market is opening in about 26 minutes. Stocks making the biggest moves in the pre-market. Let's have a look. Okay, before we do that, let's see what's going on here. 5 things you need to know before the market opens today. Dow and S&P stand less than 1% from record closing highs. Jeff Bezos to fly next month on first Blue Origin passenger space flight. Elon Musk says Tesla officially cancelled the Model S Plaid Plus. AMC shares muted after skyrocketing in a wild trading week. Okay, let's have a look at the AMC news. That's the news concerning AMC there. Shares of AMC Entertainment were muted today in today's pre-market in a wild week that saw the stock surge more than 80% despite declines Thursday and Friday. The movie theater chain last week sold additional shares in 2 tranches, raising some $870 million. CEO Adam Aron told YouTube host and AMC shareholder Trey Collins that the company wants to issue an additional $25 million. So yes, this $25 million is part of this $817 million. So I don't think that $25 million has come into the market yet. So, but even if it does, there might be some retracement, and we'll go from there. Yeah. So let's look at this. Stocks making the biggest moves in the pre-market. G3 Apparel, US Concrete, Q2S Realty, Trust and more. Concrete supplier agreed to be bought by construction materials maker Vulcan Materials. Okay, Mimi stocks. These stocks will remain in the spotlight after wide swings last week for the likes of AMC and Bed Bath and Beyond. GameStop, Blackberry, Coast. The biggest pre-market moves came from Blackberry up 1.44%, Coast down 2.7%. Okay, so that's what's going on. Jeff Bezos will fly on the first passenger space flight of his company Blue Origin in July. That's quite soon. We expect what of Elon Musk? He hasn't made any plans to fly on his any of his spaceships. So AMC, or rather RMED, up 43.06%. It's not even on the news. Nobody knows concretely what's behind this. So we are just concluding that it is a short squeeze, and we have not gotten any counter to that. And it has a reasonable amount of short interest, short volume over the last trading session. Let's see what it is like. Yes, you can see it is 45.63%. That was the number of shares that was so short during the last trading session for RMED. So let's go ahead and see AMC. What's going on here? AMC up 4.17%. Let's get the short volume figure for AMC. 38.11%, so it has declined. At some point on the 26th of May, it had 61%, so that was when it started to brew up, but it has now cooled off a bit. It's cooled off a bit now, but even at that, 36%, 38% is still very high, still very much high. So it's extending. At some point it was in the aftermarket, that was the market before this pre-market, it was up by about 9%, and suddenly when the market pre-market opened, it lost pretty much all of that and was hovering around 0.9% at some point, but it has continued to extend now. The signals are all very much bullish. The volume with all of its moving averages, volume weighted average price, they're all looking up based on this 1 minute model, but the 200-day hasn't looked up yet, but we can see the unbalanced volume, the 14 period slow stochastic oscillating is currently indicating the stock is overbought. So we're looking at the volume of 180,000, and has sustained at that sort of level. So the sort of transactions that are going on right now are putting the figures at 200,000 and some fraction shares. All of these must be mostly bullish, mostly bullish transactions. You can see it's coming up again, dropped down to 1,000, but still moving up now at 34,000 shares. I believe these ones may be slightly more bearish, much more, but extension has ensued again. It's extending further, currently at $50.4 now, and extending. An extension of 55.22% currently. If you just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. Give us a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, whatever it is you're going to do out there. Leave a comment. If there's any stock you want us to have a look at, we can always have a look at it and see what's going on. Yes, let's look at BB. Blackberry up 4.91%, following AMC's pattern and extending nicely all of its moving averages, and as well as the volume weighted average price are very much bullish. Their slopes are upward. They're upward sloping. The slopes of those curves are definitely positive and extending. MACD above the signal line and extending. So Blackberry up 5.19% and extending. Let's have a look at Workhouse. Workhouse up 5.59%, but trying to break out above its 10-day moving average. 20-day moving average. Currently above its 10-day moving average, but the 20-day is not it's not giving way. So the signals are not so strong as such, but it's up 5.59%. So let's look at Bngo. Yeah, we have 7 likes now. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. We want to bring it up to 10. If you're there, just push it. Just push it. Let's get it to 10. So we have Bio Nano Genomics up 12.37% now and extending. Just like RMED, there isn't any news, so there's a good chance this is the stuff of market participants who want to push out such short sellers. So, but currently, the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is indicating that the stock is currently oversold at the moment. So the opportunities for scalpers is there. The stock is trading below all of its short and intermediate indicators, short-term and intermediate moving averages, just slightly above its volume weighted average price at the moment. So currently at 12.37% and extending, or rather consolidating. So let's have a look at Clover Health, up 4.78% at the moment, sustained just right on the volume weighted average price at the moment. It's 14 period slow stochastic oscillators indicating it's just in between over the broad overbought and oversold, just right on 50%. So let's have a look at SOS. What's going on there? It's unchanged at the moment. Mvis Microvision up 6.82%. AHT Ashford Hospitality up 8.05% and extending. HTBX Hits Biologics up 3.88% at the moment, moving sideways. Not very much is going on here on HTBX. Hit Biologics. AMC is up 5.3% and extending, seriously bullish. All of it's nearly all, I would say nearly all, not so much its 200-day moving average, but all the others, including volume weighted average price, they're all very much bullish and extended. Thank you very much. If you just joined us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, super chat, whatever you can do. Leave a comment, let us know any stock you want us to have a look at. Right now we are looking at AMC. The news out there is that the hedge funds are trying out other things. They are betting against the stock. They are trying out credit spreads on puts. They're trying out put credit spreads. So these are the sort of things they are doing at the moment. So they are selling to, in certain cases, not absolutely the only thing they are doing. They could be anything. So, but it's just a fair idea of what they're doing. They're selling more valuable strikes and buying less valuable strikes, or rather, yes, they're buying more valuable strikes and selling less valuable strikes, and they'll get a credit of. They'll get some credit, and the average quantity, according to data out there, is 100. So you will be looking at figures at around $19,000 per transaction or more. These are credits they will get. So the bigger the hedge funds, or the bigger the appetite for this sort of transactions, the more the credit. So this is what we are looking at right now concerning AMC. They are not directly the amount of short interest on the stock has, or rather, they are not shorting the stock straight. I mean, nakedly like that. They are now trying out things on the options. So they are not concentrating so much on the stock itself. Yeah, so that's the news out there at the moment. So you can see it's running up an extension of 5.72%, just crossed above the price we bought it at. We bought it at somewhere at $50 and some fraction. So we're also quite late on there as well. Yeah, so run up an extension of 5.76% on AMC. We'll see how things turn out when the market opens in about 12 minutes. Yeah, we're looking at 6% now. Extension and extending, roughly approximately 6%. So Blackberry 4.83%. RMED, okay, is losing and losing. At some point we had a 57% extension, so it has lost about 20%. So could it be that the short sellers have taken charge now and trying to cut down on what has appreciated so far? So let's have a look and see whether there are options here for RMED. There are no options. There are no options. There are no options for RMED. I think Bio Nanogenomics Bngo may have options. It does have. So the 18th of July we have it at okay, let's look at the 14 strike. Okay, so yes, the opportunity to get involved has been missed. So we are looking at that would have cost only $4. So by the time the market opens now, that will be more than what it is. Yeah, so Bngo up 12.08%. Let's return to the 1 minute and see what's going on elsewhere. Yes, thank you very much for joining us. We are looking at some of the stocks, we're looking at AMC. We're now looking at GME up to 5.22%, but AMC is up 6.7% and extending. The news out there, or the data that has been crunched concerning AMC, is that the hedge funds are moving away from the stock. They are going into the options, and they are trying out credit spreads on its puts. So you can see what's going on here. AMC running up a huge gain of 8% at the moment and extending. So this is the live model. This is the livest you can get to what's going on AMC at the moment. It can't be any more live. You can't get it better than this. So it's up 7.76%, just cooling off slightly there. Momentum is very strong. MACD above the signal line. All the moving averages are very much bullish. The 200-day is also trying to look up because the stock has continued to sustain this upward bullishness for some time. Yes, if you just joined us, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, super chat, leave a comment, do something out there, let them know we're out there. This is where it's happening. AMC up 8.12% and extending. The extension is on fire right now, 8.47% and extending. Volume is 233, 254,000, 270,000 and extending. All of these are bullish transactions. 303,000 and extending, 304,000 and climbing to $52 at the moment. Slightly retracing or sustained over there. An extension of 8.24%. Momentum is very strong. MACD above the signal line and extending. Volume, it's retracing. We are seeing small volumes now, and the stock is retracing slightly. Extension is up at 8.22%. If you're there, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. AMC extending again, sustaining the gains, and it's trying to breach that $252. It has done so. 52.1 now, 50.07, trying to stay above it. 52.01, 52.06, 52 now, 52.1 now, 8.72% extension. You can see volumes at 330,000, 352,000. So the stock is trying to open on a good note. An extension of 9% now, 9.04%, sustained at 52.21 and extending, trying to stay above that 52 level and even extend further. Volumes at 212,000. All of these must be bullish transactions. They are, those who are very optimistic. So we have 300,000 and extending. Momentum very strong, bullish signals. All the moving averages are looking up, including 200-day. Their slopes are definitely positive. MACD above signal line are rising. AMC at 52.25 and extending. We have an extension of 9.1, 8.77%. At some point we saw this sort of extensions in the aftermarket, and it retraced all the way down to 0.9%, but it's coming back up again. It's at some point we did see a 9.1%. Okay, if you're there, thank you very much for joining this session. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, super chat, drop a comment. Let's get going. Let's see what's going on with RMED while we're here. It's giving up a lot of gains now. At some point we saw an extension of about 57%. That is close to 50% of those giving up. We have a volume of about 6,118. It's currently just below. The signals are not so wonderful. It's trading between its 10-day and 20-day moving average, below its 50-day and volume weighted average price. We can't see any 200-day anywhere in sight at the moment, so there's a good chance it may still be below, but currently it's sustaining. It's trying to sustain its extension at 38.73%. So if you just joined us, thank you very much. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. Let's get going. Drop us a comment, tell us what you think. Let us know your opinion. Let us know what you're concerned about. Let's get going. So RMED is up 39.14%. Let's have a look at Blackberry. Okay, Blackberry up 4.26%, but retracing below all of its short-term trend lines, short-term moving averages rather, getting some resistance from the 200-day moving average, but the signals are still very much bullish. The slope of those moving averages and the volume weighted average price is definitely positive, but momentum is not so strong, probably oversold at the moment. MACD below the signal line because the stock itself is at somewhere below the 10-day moving average. Yeah. So let's look at Workhouse. The market is opening in about 3 minutes. Workhouse Group up 5.44%. Nanogenomics up 12.81%. It's been moving sideways of late as well. The signals are okay, yes, quite bullish. Not so wonderful, Even though it's up 12.81%, it's been consolidating. Clov is up 5.11% and extending. Let's have a look and see what SOS is doing. Up 0.55%. Mvis is up 7%. The signals are not so wonderful. I think they're fairly okay as well. Fairly okay. Yeah, fairly just trading below its volume weighted average price, an extension of 7.16%. If you just joined us, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. We are covering the pre-market session. AMC is obviously the prime stock right now. We had an extension of about 9%, but it's now down to 8.27%. It's trying to retrace all the way back to that $52 level it was at when it had that extension of about 9%. So the signals are very much bullish type. All the moving averages are all very much bullish. The slopes of those curves are definitely positive, and all of them are looking up, including 200-day moving average. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is definitely bullish and looking up as well. MACD is above the signal line, evidently because the stock is trying to break. You can see that we have more than 9. We have an extension of 9.5% and extending. Yeah. So it's trying to break above that 52 level and get up to 53 and continue. So the news out there is that recent data that was a couple of data sources or data concerning AMC concluded that the hedge funds are gradually moving away from the stock. They are betting against. They're still on the stock, but on its options, they are betting that the stock will retrace. So they are trying out they're trying out credit spreads on AMC. These are the sort of things they are doing. Selling higher value strikes and buying lower value strikes on puts, and that way they will have a credit, and with that sort of credit, you can see the market is open at the moment. So let's have a look. The market is open. Market is open. So let's uncheck. AMC up 5.4%. Let's uncheck these pre-market boxes and we'll see what's going on. Yes, up 9.12%. Strongly bullish and extending. The market is open right now. Okay, we're seeing some retracements, but it's going up again. You can see just broke above. Okay, the volume weighted average price is also rising above the stock. So even at that, even with this 8.5% extension, the volume weighted average price is still indicating that the stock is slightly undervalued. Yes. Blue Diamond, what do you think of as a long time? Okay, RMED. Okay, let's have a look at SXOOX. So AMC up 9.04%. Let's look at SXOOF, St. George's Eco Mining. It's down 0.88% currently at the moment. So let's have a look and see what's going on with it. Yeah, we have a position there, so it's a pattern that we point that out. So it appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. So it's it does mining, I believe. Yes, longer term. Yeah. Let's see. Currently trading based on the daily model. Currently trading above its short and intermediate moving averages. I think the signal is quite bullish on the stock. long term, yes. Anytime, you know, it has it definitely a penny stock, quite attractive. um, I believe the fundamentals, the mining and all that stuff, even though I have to point out that a lot of mining stocks, there's always skepticism towards them, a lot of them, so I believe if you've done your due diligence on the stock, that you believe that they are genuinely doing business and not just constantly raising funds and diluting and selling shares and all that stuff. If you feel all of those things are in place, they are not on a drive to take advantage of the involvement of a lot of recent market participants. By all means, get involved and see how things are going to pan out. So the signals are very much bullish for the stock, and it might attract market participants. Currently, it is at 0.00339, a 0.91 extension. Let's have a look at the same picture you saw earlier on here. It's saying yes, you can see that even below, or rather just slightly below its volume weighted average price. So okay, so not so much above its 10-day moving average. So I think the signals are good. The sort of things market participants will see and say, maybe it's time to get involved with the stock. So yes, long term, if the fundamentals are right, if they are right, you can always get involved. So let's try and see whether we can find any report. There are no reports. It's a Canadian stock, and yeah, we have a position there as well, but okay, let's have a look at and see what the OTC short report. We'll see what the figures are saying here concerning its. Okay, we have okay, see, as at last Friday, you can see short volume was at 68.05%. So the short volumes have continued to increase. So in the medium term, the bullish signals are improving. As at the 25th of May, that was when it recorded a short volume of 11.12%. So, but it has started to increase since that time. So, obviously the skepticism is expressed by shorting the stock, but at the same time, conversely, it also indicates a bullish signal, because when people see the short interest, short volumes and all that stuff, they will put their money. So I think the signals are positive. By all means, just if you want to get involved, if you're already there, just be careful. If you want to get involved, don't put a lot of money in, and go from there. But we haven't done any due diligence concerning the stock, even though we have a position there. We're just simply playing. We have a video on it, but it's not what I have off the top of my head concerning what it really does and all that stuff. So yeah, so let's look at RMED. Adam. Okay, we have been covering RMED, but we are still on it. RMED up 45%. At some point we saw an extension of about 37%. You can see it strongly moving up and extending, currently above all of its moving averages, although above its volume weighted average price. The signals are very much bullish. The 200-day moving average is yet to reflect all of those. MACD above the signal line and extending. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator strongly bullish and sustained over there. So it's gradually moving up to get up to that 50%. We're looking at 50% right now. Yes. Yeah. We're looking at the 50% extension, 52 at the moment, and extending. So we have not seen any news concerning RMED. There's a good chance this is a short squeeze, and but as a matter of fact, when the market opens, when the aftermarket opened, it was not even in double digits. Suddenly, it skyrocketed. It's now at 54% and extending. Who knows? They might reach that 57% we saw earlier on. Yeah. So if you're there, thank you very much for joining us. Give us a thumbs up. We're looking at 60% now. We just saw 60 right now. So this is what's going on. There's a good chance this is a short squeeze because there isn't any news concerning RA Medical. The last time any news came out was on the 1st of May or 1st of June. So let's return and maybe something has come out as it concerns RMED. So we're looking at an extension of 12.33% for AMC while we are trying to see what's going on with our RMED. Okay, with some news here there's some disclosure. Okay. Information pursuant to rules 13D1 and 13D2. Okay, so this is a company disclosing its ownership of certain shares in RMED. From RMED, so that's another. Okay, that's the one that was that was on the 1st of May. So we haven't seen any other news concerning RMED. So it's up. Okay, trading halted, 60.25%. So this halt might also, let's see if it's going to cause any retracement for RMED. So while we are on it, let's look at Bngo. Trading for RMED halted. Bngo up 21.54%, seriously extended. Let's have a look and see whether we can find the options. You can see the options have skyrocketed now, too expensive for more than 10 times extension. As at Friday, it was at 0.04, so we are looking at 0.05 now. Yes, if you just joined us, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. We're covering the markets, obviously. We're looking at this as an extension of 19.43% for bio-nanogenomics. Some of its options have increased by tenfold. So we also covering AMC. AMC is up 14.15% now and extending. And seriously extending. The signals are very much bullish, but the 200-day moving average hasn't reflected that. Might be above the signal line and extending. 15% extension right now. So let's based on this 1-minute model, it is seriously bullish for AMC at the moment. Blackberry has lost some of the gains. It's only up to 3% at the moment. American battery metals down 0.24. Sun hydrogen down 4.52. Sandy Springs down 0.03%. Plug power down 0.43%. Was up 6.92%. AST are down 5.56%. AMC up 14.56%. So let's see whether we can find any news concerning AMC. Any more news concerning AMC? We digested the fact that the news that the hedge funds have gone on to trade credit spreads concerning AMC. They are selling higher strikes and buying lower strikes in up to 100 contract transactions, and that will give you this sort of credits. It could be more or it could be less depending on the quantity and the strikes and all that stuff. So they're betting that the AMC will retrace this week, but we are looking at an extension of about 13.52% at the moment. So but we don't know whether it's going to retrace or not. So the data out there, or the news out there, is that the data suggests that this is what hedge funds are currently doing. They're not conceding their ground. They're only moving on to other things, which is to try out credit spreads to get their money back. So if you just join us, thank you very much for doing so. Give us a thumbs up. We have 8 likes. Can we bring it up to 10? Somebody help us. Give us a thumbs up and let's get going, folks. So at some point we saw an extension of about 15% on AMC. We're looking at only 12% now. It's gradually retracing. So let's quickly have a look at RMED. RMED up 63, 62%, 61%. There isn't any news out there concerning RMED. It's crazy. It's probably a short squeeze. There's a good chance it is. We've been saying this since last Friday. If you're there, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, share, like, super chat, whatever it is. Drop a comment and let's talk about anything. So RMED is pursuing 70% extension right now. So there's a good chance it will retrace at some point, maybe not today. So we'll just keep your eye on it and see how things turn out. So expect the people who own this company to come out and probably say they might want to raise more capital. Expect them to do that. We're looking at the extension of 70.7% now. Okay, let's see AMC. AMC up 13.4, 13.17, 13.4, 13.42%, extending. you just joined us, thank you very much. We are looking at AMC currently. We have an extension of about 13.19%. At some point we saw an extension of about 15%. Okay, so thank you all very much for joining this session. We have to take a break now and we'll try and come back before this session ends. Thank you all very much for joining this live session and contributing and